Gothin Dying.
Welcome, Brides Out for Animals. Of course, we are going to go on a trip right now. This channel is primarily for animals and also travel, so this will fit under the travel category. We're going to Iceland. If you remember, or if you want to look at my playlist, I was in Iceland in 2011. Search Safari Iceland, and it should come up. Had a great time, went scuba-ing, and a whole bunch of other adventures there in Iceland. This time, we're doing pretty much the same kind of touristy thing. It's going to be my second time. It's going to be the first time for my wife, so it'll be fun. And we're just doing 4 nights, 5 days, quick touristy thing.
Yeah, so Iceland, here we come. I first got to say goodbye to Nina Pup Pup, Sasha Bad Kitty, and a bunny. Then it's time to jump into our ride share to get to the airport. So a few weeks ago, we bought a Northern Lights package deal from Icelandic Air, costing us around $4,000, or to be exact, $1,984 per person. Now that includes round-trip tickets on Icelandic Air, a nice hotel for 4 nights, Northern Lights Museum mission for 2, a Northern Lights tour for 2, and a Golden Circle tour for 2. We'll break down the prices throughout this video series. Arriving at O'Hare Airport, we learned everything is going on time today. We'll leave around 7:30 p.m. local time here in Chicago. We'll fly for 6 hours and land around 6:30 a.m. Iceland time. So we will lose 1 night of sleep. After reading reviews, the one thing people had an issue with Iceland Air is that a meal doesn't come included. So I was prepared and I loaded up on snacks. It was time to take those snacks onto the plane. I'm not a tall guy, so the legroom seemed fine. And the whole boarding process didn't take too long at all. I brought earphones so I was able to listen to music the whole way there. 6 hours ain't too bad, and before we knew it, we were landing in Iceland. Now we previously booked a 9:30 a.m. charter to the Blue Lagoon, so we had a few hours to get ourselves ready to go outside into the real world. Time flew by and we found ourselves walking out to the bus and being driven with a group of about 20 people to the world famous Blue Lagoon. This wasn't part of our package, it was added on later. So if you do want to book Blue Lagoon, I suggest booking it at least a month or so in advance. It'll be around $80 for a basic package. We added on the shuttle from the airport and then to the city, so that was around $140 per person. After about 20 minutes on the bus, we were walking up to the Blue Lagoon.
Alright, tourist stop number 1 is, of course, Blue Lagoon. It's 25 minutes from the airport. It's always warm, even though we are pretty cold outside. It's 42 degrees outside, American Fahrenheit, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to be here for a few hours and then go to Reykjavik. We chose to come here right from the airport. Is the most convenient. We can't check in the hotel room anyway, so we might as well kill off a little time here. The only thing is I was hoping on the flight to get some sleep, and I did not really. So yeah, we'll be sleeping in the water. Now it's like, I don't know, 9 a.m. ish, 9:30, 10 a.m. So yeah, you just start your first day in Iceland without any rest of your last day in America if you come from Chicago like we did. But this is good stuff though. Check this out here.
There are many pools to choose from in Iceland. Recently, the smaller Sky Lagoon is getting very popular. And they're like the Blue Lagoon in that they're pretty much man-made thermal pools. But we went with the Blue Lagoon here due to its location from the airport, and I wanted to show my wife where I was before. Now this is where some Americans, as we're strange about nudity, start getting nervous about the whole naked shower thing. It really isn't a big deal. There's plenty of room to find a shower area all to yourself if you are shy. Or just do what I did and say, what the hell, and go for it. It'll all be over in a minute, and you'll be outside in a beautiful Blue Lagoon. Right away I noticed that even though we're in the fall, or off-season, it was very crowded. But there were still plenty of places to go off and be alone.
That sounds fun.
So this is what you do. You just wait around and smurf pee, and it's a good tourist thing to do for a few hours. It's really cold outside, but it's so hot in the water that it doesn't really affect you that much. So good times at the Blue Lagoon.
We spent over an hour in the pool, which was plenty of time to get lots of selfies, enjoy the blue drink, and get white mud all over our face. We then spent about a half hour sitting around. Keep in mind, the food is going to be a little pricey. Even this small salmon bagel was a little over $20. Yep, welcome to Iceland. But overall we had a very fun time and we felt like it was well worth it. Now it's time to dry off, change into our clothes, and head into Reykjavik. We were dropped off at a bus station just a few blocks from our hotel. We went with the Canopy Hotel. This hotel can range around $280 to $320 a night, depending on when and where you book it from. We went with the Canopy due to its great location in the city, and because the cheaper option in this package was already sold out. But overall, we were really happy with the Canopy, and we're glad we picked it. We quickly dropped off our bags and walked a block over to the Rainbow Street, and then a few blocks up to the famous church. Hallgrímskirkja, I think, is a Lutheran parish church in Reykjavik, which opened in 1986. People, especially tourists, love to take photos of it. And for around $10 US, you can take an elevator ride up about 240 feet or so to the top and get some amazing views of the city below. It's well worth it, even if you don't like heights. Just look at those views. And when you're up there, be sure to stick around and listen to the bells. Although you don't have to be standing right next to them to hear them. After that, we walked, and that's what I like about Reykjavik, is that you can walk everywhere. It's not that big of a city, and it's safe. So yeah, we walked to one of my favorite pieces of art in the world, the Sun Voyager. Since the summer of 1990, it has been sitting here giving people a sense of hope. I really like it, and if you wait around, there's always a chance to get the whole sculpture to yourself. We walked down the road a few times and came upon the Harpa Concert Hall. Now this opened during my first visit here in 2011. It looks a lot better at night all lit up. We then walked around the streets and came upon some wildlife. After all, this is Brian's Art for Animals. This is a gray-legged goose. These large geese can be found throughout Eurasia. In ancient Egypt, geese symbolized the sun god Ra. Today it's very cloudy outside. In ancient Greece and Rome, they were associated with the goddess of love. Right now, we're both really tired, so all we want to do is go back to the hotel. Now be sure to subscribe so you don't miss another video of this series, and like and comment and all that fun stuff. And as always, thanks for watching.